What's up, y'all? This is Taci. Welcome to my cooking show. Today I'll be making steak, shrimp, roasted red potatoes with green beans with almonds in it. So instead of going out to a restaurant for Valentine's Day, go spend 30 bucks and let's get it. What you're gonna need today is your steak, your shrimp, your red potatoes, a little bit of almonds, of course your green beans, parsley for garnishing, a little bit of thyme and rosemary, and a little bit of slap your mama with the lovely butter. Y'all come follow me. Let's turn on everything on the stove. Let's turn every aisle on low. Oven on 400. Let's start with the potatoes because they take the longest to cook. So some of the potatoes have little dings and bruises on them, but that's okay. So we're gonna cut it in half, and then we're gonna wedge it into thirds. One thing with potatoes, they taste good. You can cook them with just about anything. So, but they're very tasty when they're roasted, especially when you have a ton of butter on them. So, red potatoes, roasted Yukon potatoes, fingerling potatoes, any potato that you can find your hand or get your hands on, get them. Make sure you cut all the nasty little gooks out. Put it in the pot. Put water on them and put them on high for about 10 minutes. We're gonna fill the potatoes. I like to use hot water because it cooks faster like that, but you can use cold. So fill them all the way up. So right about there, and let's put it on the stove on high. So the potatoes need to stay on high for 15 minutes. So make sure high for 15 minutes. That's why I like to use the hot water because it cooks faster. So the next part is to get the oil in the pan. Don't put a lot, just put enough just to wet the bottom of the pan. Now we gotta wait till it gets hot. So maybe about 2 minutes. But the pan was already on for 2 minutes, so we're gonna have to let it get steamy hot. So next we're gonna season our steaks. I like to keep them on a plate. So we got the slap your mama. I like to put a lot of seasoning on my meat because I just like the flavor. I don't like A1 sauce. And sometimes I don't have a red wine sauce to do it. So you can slap your mama, and then we're gonna put some fresh ground pepper on it. If you like it spicy, put a lot of pepper. Be afraid to get dirty. Use your hands. Now that it's ready, you might not be able to see the steam, but the steam is coming up, so you know it's ready. Don't do that finger test that your mama told you. Put your hand in water and go like that. You're gonna fuck yourself up. So make sure you wash your hands because you just touched the meat. So while I'm waiting on my pan, got some wine. You know, we already in the mood because it's for Valentine's Day, didn't remember? So might as well. Delicious. So right now I'm just poking my meat because I like my meat roadkill. Most people like it medium well. So if you don't like it medium roadkill, if you just want a medium, don't poke it. Cook it on each side for 4 minutes. So right now I'm going to turn the oven down to about 250. I just wanted to get it nice and hot. Then you're going to poke your potatoes just for a nice soft, nice and soft. That's all you're looking for. Turn the potatoes off. I don't have a strainer, so you know I'm going to show y'all how to do a ghetto style. I'm going to get all the water out. Make sure your sink is clean. Don't be doing it in a nasty, dirty sink, even though the hot water is going to kill all the germs. Make sure you step back just a little bit. You don't want to get steam burned because I got about 4 of them. And they're no fun. So we're going to put the potatoes back on the stove. Since they're right where I want them to be. And then we're going to step over and cut some rosemary, thyme to put inside the potatoes. So since I took the potatoes out of the water, we're going to cut up some rosemary and some thyme. Roughly chop it. Just real quick chop. Don't touch your fingers. If you don't know how to chop, you know you can do this, you know. That's how some people do it. However's clever for you, you can do it. And you're going to take your thyme. Take it off the leaf too, like a giraffe. You know, they don't like nothing but the green stuff. That's how we like it. And I'm talking about thyme, not no weed. You hear me? I mean, but if you puff some of that, might as well puff while you cook. So, got about maybe a tablespoon of each. Like I said, it's how you like it. So after you get done chopping your thyme and your rosemary, just turn it on your stove before your skillet can get hot because we got to add some butter to it. So I got my butter. You can use margarine. I just like butter. I just like the flavor better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it. My butter is soft. It doesn't matter if it's soft, hard, out the refrigerator, whatever the case may be. I like butter in my potatoes, so I'm just going to cut it 4 times. I have 4 cubes. Just like this. Doesn't matter how big, you can cut it in half, but I just like 4 because the melts faster. So we're going to turn the meat just like this. I like my meat like this, not so crispy because it has to go in the oven. Nice beautiful brown. Nice and tender. So I got the rosemary and thyme. I put it inside. Then I like to use my hands, but it's still kind of hot. So just take it and make sure I get it nice and coated. You see the potatoes are not really breaking as much because we don't want them to break. So we're going to season it with some pepper. A lot of pepper. I like pepper. So we're going to do a lot of pepper. But if you're not a pepper person, just put 1 tablespoon. That's it. That's all you need because remember we're still going to have melted butter in here. Salt. I'm not a big salt person, so maybe a teaspoon of salt. So now that my pan is hot, I'm going to add my butter to my pan. I'll use a skillet because I like to put my skillet in the oven, so I don't have to use so many different pots and pans. As you see, I'm only going to use about 4 pans tonight. Make sure you clean up after yourself as you go. So, like I said, it's a Valentine's Day dinner. You don't want to have a lot of pots and pans on the way there. So you see how the butter is melting in the hot pan. and add our potatoes. The butter's not all the way melted, that's fine. Make sure you get your seasonings out of there. Pan is hot because it's past filling pan, so just coat it. Make sure you coat it evenly because you want it to brown. Spread them out just a little bit. And then we're going to throw it in the oven. So while that's doing, I'm going to clean my area. Quick rinse. Quick wipe. Clean as you go. Very important. It's very important you clean as you go, because who likes to do dishes afterwards after a nice and clean? Right now we're gonna prep for the green beans. So right now I'm gonna cut some garlic, mince it up. I like to cut it long ways first. Get it all there. Nice there. Nice little. It doesn't matter how big you cut it. I like to cut it small so I don't have to mince it up too much. So just a quick mince. Good thing about garlic, it helps your blood pressure, believe it or not. So I like to eat a lot of it, even though I don't have high blood pressure, but garlic is pretty tasty to me. It stays on your hands, so make sure you wash them frequently. So you got your minced garlic. About 9 to 30 seconds to do that. We got our string beans. Funny thing about string beans, you don't want to cook the whole thing. So we're gonna snap them. I know your grandma probably used to make you snap beans like she used to make you clean the greens at home for Thanksgiving dinner. So just snap them. Just snap. They too long. Just cut them in half. But it really doesn't matter. So while the potatoes are in the oven, your meat's almost ready to get off the stove to get flash in the oven real quick. Food's almost done, like I said, less than 45 minutes, 30 minutes to cook everything. So you got this. We're gonna blanch them. So we're gonna put them in the pot. We're gonna add hot water and cook them. Just like the potatoes that we did, use hot water to boil faster. Rinse them first, and then add your water. 1 rinse is good enough. Then we're gonna put them on the stove on high for 5 minutes. Now that the steak is just about done, we're gonna give it a nice another flip. Nice, beautiful brown. It's not burnt, so don't say, "Oh, she burnt the meat." Like I said, I like it roadkill. If you like it medium rare, take it off and let it rest. And just warm it up, zap it for a quick second in the oven. While we're in the oven, we're gonna check out our potatoes. Nice roasted brown as you can see. Give it a quick stir. You hear the sizzle? It smells so good. I don't even want to finish cooking my string beans because I'm ready to eat right now. Just like that. So go ahead and turn your oven on to boil because we'll be done cooking in 5 minutes. So Nice roast brown. Let your meat get cooked all the way through. Like I said, I like roadkill. I don't like anything still bleeding. So now that our string beans are done, we're gonna do another ghetto style because I don't have a strainer. So take it here. Get all the nice water out. String beans are just about done. If you like them crunchy like me, they're done. If you like them kind of soggy and, you know, soggy, leave them on there for like another 2 minutes. So we got this. So we're gonna add butter 2 places. We have a stove that's on low already. So just take a knife, add a little butter here. Here. Nice and sizzle a little bit. So, let that get here. We're gonna season it with salt and pepper and a little bit of slap your mama. Pinch or whatever. Stir nice, stir it up. When that's cooking on low, it's still warm. Like as you can see, it's not that much butter, but it's just to keep it warm. Add a pinch of your almonds just to give it another little crunch going on. Maybe 2. Let that stay here. So now we got our shrimp. And we're gonna add just some slap your mama to it. I add a lot because, you know, the flavor to the shrimp. And it doesn't have to be sizzling because, you know, still gotta plate up. This last thing, shrimp takes about not even 2 minutes to cook. So cook a minute on each side. Make sure you're giving it some butter. Turn the stove up just a little bit. So I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Hot water. Some of y'all got Jesus hands, so y'all can just keep y'all hands over there. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive, so got them sensitive, nice, smooth hands, you know. So we're gonna check our potatoes and our meat. Everything is done, so take it out the oven. Nice roasted potatoes. Make a little space. Like I said, I like my meat roadkill. It's not burnt. Nice color. We're gonna get them out the pan because they're gonna still cook. I like to season it with just a little bit more slap your mama. Just give it some flavor. So while this shrimp is going, I need to turn this up a little bit more and add the garlic. So we're gonna let this cook for like another minute or so, and then we'll come back and show you how brown the garlic should be. So now we're flipping our shrimp. Flip them over, just about done. Nice and beautiful. Only if you guys can smell what I'm smelling right now. Like I said, we put our garlic on there, nice brown, just for the flavor of the shrimp. Take our garlic off. Now we're gonna add our garlic to these string beans. Nice and beautiful. I'm gonna pull the shrimp off the fire. It's not gonna take that long to cook. So now we're ready to plate. So just give me 1 second to get everything situated, and then we'll be plating. Got our shrimp, steak, green beans, and roasted potatoes. You gotta move the pan. Nice beautiful color. You can see the rosemary and the thyme in it. Nice garlic, green beans with almonds in it. Put a little juice on there for the flavor. Then we got a steak. Your steak right there. Add your shrimp right on top. You use your hands, whatever. The shrimp's not that hot anymore. It's hot, but it's, you know, my hands can touch it, so can yours. This is delicious. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time, I'm out.